everyone, DJ DARQs here for another 2DX player interview. Today I've got a player who in the past few years or months, or just recently, he's shot up and really started to stand out in the community. Especially because he's one of the admins for the American 2DX group, and the fact that he's overall just a pretty interesting guy to talk to. So why don't you say hi, DJ BUKAKE or MilkChan Don? Say hello to everyone.
What's up, guys?
Alright, so we got Don here today. Don, why don't you start off by just giving us like a general introduction about yourself?
Let's see. I started 2DX when I was like 14 or so. I came in through DDR, kind of like everyone else, except I played O2 Jam and DJ Max in between that. So I actually got Beatman at US the second day it was released, and I was selling like all my PS2 games because I was like 14 and had a job and money. So I ended up stopping for a year for a really odd reason.
Yeah.
I had a dog that wasn't house trained at the time, and I had my controller on the floor.
Oh no!
So he peed on the controller, and I remember getting so mad because the keys kept sticking. No matter, like, I cleaned it inside and out, and
God.
I just could not get the keys to stop sticking. And I just set it aside. I couldn't play for like a year. Eventually, I pulled it back out. I was like, I wonder if it'll actually work. And somehow the keys weren't sticking anymore.
It's a miracle.
Started.
So what year was that? Was that 2005? Around
No,
the time,
Beatman US came out like February 2006.
Oh, yeah.
I had about a month before that happened.
Oh man.
So I got up to like 7s or so in that time.
Oh yeah.
And I came back like the following summer. So around like July 2007 or so.
Oh yeah.
And that's where I came back, and I was like, whoa, like all these 7s I was struggling with, they're like all of a sudden easy. That's where I started like going through like and improving.
I see. So you started playing with BMUS, and obviously you kept going with CS styles.
Yeah.
When was it that you transitioned to AC? Because I know you said that you swapped at some point.
When Gemini opened, about maybe half a year into its opening, it got a 2DX and poppin'.
Oh, wow.
And we ended up getting a 2DX Serious.
The golden days for Australia.
So,
anyway, yeah.
I didn't start at that time though. I started playing a little bit because I had a CS style play style that didn't really work for arcade. So it was kind of like I was relearning the game. The timing was way different. So at the time I started playing arcade, I was already starting the AAA 12s on CS.
Whoa! And
I was still going at CS kind of at that time. I wasn't really into it. I was starting to play ITG more.
Yeah. I had the same thing around 2010. Like I just started playing a lot more ITG because we got ITG for the first time.
Yeah, that's when I started like actually meeting people in the community. So I just knew people online. I knew like names online. I didn't really know people in the community. So
actually, on that topic, I wanted to shift. What about the community in your region? Can you just like highlight, give us an overview of like the Vegas community, or
it's really hard to describe. There's these two brothers. Their names are Jim and Josh, who have just started like kind of upcoming recently. They've played for a while. Like they've been around for a while. Yeah. But they started shooting up pretty recently. They both got to 10 Dan around the same time.
Wow. Yeah.
And since then, one of them's passed Scorpion Fire. He's actually pretty known on like Program World for like his normal players and stuff. He got like one of the first maxes I think on Program World.
Wow.
So yeah, like they're getting pretty good. Vegeta was going pretty hard at it. Tricoro. He ended up stopping for personal reasons.
Yeah, I did hear that.
Jason, I don't know.
Jason.
He kind of he plays dumb stuff. He plays doubles. I really don't know like what his personal goals, if he even has any with the game right now. He kind of just seems like he's doing his own thing, like he's whatever with the game right now.
Yeah.
Colin just keeps going kind of haphazard with it. Like he was doing really good. There was no way I was going to catch him, and then out of nowhere, he just stopped because he was too mad at the game. And I started catching up to him at that time, and finally surpassed him. So, yeah.
And now we have the so-called saying of doing a colon, which is just half-assing the game.
Well, it's not so much, he doesn't really half-ass the game. He's a really, really good player, and he can definitely be a lot better than he thinks. He seems to put these mental walls on himself that he really doesn't need to.
Yeah. Okay, so...
Like, if he kept playing, if he didn't get as frustrated as he was, I mean, it was probably good he took a break. Because, I mean, he came back refreshed and everything.
Yeah,
He's starting to play more again, so it's kind of nice to see.
Yeah, well, it's good that he's always come back. So I think out of, like, all of the communities for 2DX, I'd say that, like, the East Coast community is probably the largest. Would you agree with that?
I think NorCal might have a larger 2DX community than Vegas.
Yeah. But, I mean, overall, I mean, like, East Coast compared to the West Coast. Like,
I think on average,
average... I got my directions mixed up. I meant like the West Coast community, like California, NorCal, SoCal, Vegas, those sorts of areas. That community is the largest, isn't it?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Sorry, I had a dirt moment, the you moment there. So yeah, no, because like for me being an Australian, like for so long, I didn't even know about like where the communities were and what was happening until we actually got AC. So yeah, I just thought it'd be interesting to like touch on the community.
Yeah, there were a few people I've never even heard of who were already like doing like 12s in the game that just appeared out of nowhere. Like Jason's someone who appeared out of nowhere in Vegas.
And Matt as well, as I mentioned in the last interview. Matt just came literally out of nowhere. Like, who's this guy?
He's apparently been playing around the same time as me.
Yeah. And
like we were like the same level when he kind of came around.
Yeah.
Like I was aware of through Technica and DDR, and I was like, hey, he's an okay player. Then I heard he was like around my 2DX. I'm like, oh shit, I got a rival. Yeah. And then he just soared up once round one. I'm like, well, fuck.
Yeah, no. Once round one came, he blew everyone out of the water. It was it's ridiculous. All right, so that's a nice little overview of the community. Thanks for that. Now about the online community, because you said you started around 2006. Which was around the time where I stopped sort of actively participating. How was VJ Army for you as an experience? Like, posting on VJ Army, scores and whatnot? Give me an overview.
It was intimidating, honestly, because a lot of the people there were already like playing the older styles. They were already like passing some of the harder songs in those styles. And it's like, regardless of if they were playing or not, they were like way beyond my level, and I was like still learning. Like when I joined, I think I only had like a couple 10s passed. Yeah. So I was working like my ass off just to try and get like up to their levels and like understand like the higher levels of the game. So it's like I was looking up to like people like Vegeta, Toph, and C-Star, all of those types of people.
Oh yeah. I can understand that, especially around that time. Like it was actually around that time where C-Star quit, wasn't it?
Yeah, he was actually. I doubt he'd remember, but I actually talked with him a few times on AIM before I got into 2DX, because I had a huge interest in the game before I ever started playing it.
Because you're into O2 Jam and DJ Max, right?
I'm sorry?
Because you're into O2 Jam and DJ Max?
I think it was because I joined rchel.com. That's when I like first started really hearing about 2DX. I started playing like Stepmania, and I heard like all these songs I liked in Stepmania were from 2DX, and that's kind of how I found out about it.
It sounds like the same as Krellian. Krellian had the same experience when he was coming across. So, I guess that covers the discovering the game question. You obviously found out through DDR and things like that. But still on that topic of like VJ Army, who are like some rivals that you had at that time? Like some people who you really competed with? Yeah, people who you really competed with. Like,
I know Siggy. Siggy was kind of the first person, because he was in Vegas, he was kind of active, and he was one of the first people to kind of like show me the ropes of the game, so I was kind of like looking up to him at the time. Then eventually I surpassed him, and I was kind of like a halt with rivals, like, okay, where do I go from here? There was this guy, 6 Silver Strings, I don't know if you
Robbie.
know him.
Yeah, I know Robbie. Yeah.
he was probably one of the most even rivals I've ever had. Him and Patchy, who came later in arcade.
Yeah.
But he on a lot of stuff, and he was really pushing me to start tripling 11s and 12s in the game. And he ended up retiring from the game, kind of went off the radar. So I kind of just like lost rivals. I think I started like looking around Gabe at the time. So
yeah.
Then I ended up.
Was that after Gabe went to Japan though? Because I know like once Gabe went to Japan and he came back, he became like extremely good.
I think when he went to, well, I know he was like doubling May. He was starting to like AAA a bunch of 12s at the time before he went to Japan. So he kind of took off past the level I wasn't at yet.
Oh yeah.
And I think when he went to Japan, Resort Anthem was out, and I wasn't really playing arcade at the time because I didn't really have motivation. We didn't have Program World at the time.
Yeah.
And it's just it was too like discouraging because I couldn't play as well as I could at home. So I always kept like trying to compare like, oh well, I'm doing like this at home, I should be doing this in the arcade.
Yeah, that's one mistake you should never be making because they are two completely different things, playing CS and playing at home.
Yeah.
Now, on that topic of program worlds, what's your opinion about like the shift in the community? Because as you've seen in the past couple of years, we've had a massive sort of resurgence with the community. Like originally we had VJ Army online, just posting scores and posting in forums, whereas now it's all like streamlined. We've got streaming, we've got live feeds of people's scores, we've got Facebook chats and things like that. What do you think about the change, like the old community versus the community now?
I think the old community might have been like a bit more tight knit. They might have had more competition, and they were like more striving to be at the top. But the new community is also doing that. They're just not at that level yet.
Yeah.
So it is really nice to see that people are like interested in streaming and people are like trying to be like competitive with the game. It's like a new generation of people. So I've always said like 2DX has kind of gone in generations.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
And I think Tricoro just brought in like this huge new generation with the death of Technica. I think like not to sound like conceited, but I think a lot of the Technica players, like me, there was Patchy, a lot of them were playing like 2DX at the time.
Yeah.
So when Technica died, we all kind of went back to 2DX, and I think a lot of the Technica players were like, "Well, this game's kind of interesting. We're gonna get into it."
Yeah.
So it kind of brought like this huge new crowd.
Oh, that's interesting. I actually didn't know that a lot of the players were originally from Technica, like some of the newer players. Anyway. So.
Oh, a lot of them were. Oh. At least on the West Coast. I'm not so sure about the East Coast.
Yeah.
I know a lot of the people that kind of came up in Spiggle recently were all Technica players.
I see.
I know some of the ones at Super were playing Technica, and they ended up getting into 2DX for a while. So.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's good. It's really good to hear like that when people transition into 2DX because obviously
it's like
better.
People always say like the game's dying or it's like no new's coming. It's like there's always something that just seems to come along at some like downside time.
I think this era where we've got online services and it's so easy to freely contact people or share your things. It's really good. Like I'm all for like the new generation of community compared to the old one.
Program World's definitely saving the community in America.
Yeah, as we said, like P-Sun brought CS back. So, yeah.
Oh yeah, that too. Like I look at Program Sun, they have like tons of more compared to World.
Yeah, so you're fading out a little bit there, but hopefully, alright, the sound's back. We're all good. Okay, so we're going to shift away from the community-based stuff. I want to talk about you personally. So. One thing which really stood out for you was that you were a player who wasn't like, yeah, I'm tough shit, like I'm the best and I always have been. You actively said to people, I sucked and I had to get better, and the only reason why I'm where I'm at is because I worked so hard to do it, and that really inspired me. I was like, wow, that's exactly it. Like you hit the nail on the head. So I want you to. Sorry.
Oh, sorry, you were cutting out a little bit.
Oh, I just want to say, so do just give us an overview of like your mindsets for 2DX. Like, what do you think is like important when approaching the game or tackling the game?
Well, my personal mindset, I view it as positive and negative.
Yeah.
Because honestly, I've never felt good at the game. Like, I take my accomplishments with pride, and I'm like, I'm really happy when I get them. It shows like, finally, I'm getting somewhere with the game. But then it's always immediately after, I have another goal right after it. And I look at that goal, so, well, I can't do it, so I'm obviously not that good.
Yeah.
So it's positive in a way that it keeps pushing me to get better. But it's negative in that it's really stressful when you're playing.
Yeah. I can understand that. Like,
yeah, a lot of people seem to think that I brag about the game, and it's like that's not really it at all. It's just I get really happy when I do something.
Yeah.
And it's like I take pride that I did it, but like I never felt good at the game. Even right now, I still don't even feel good at the game.
Oh, but
like I feel there's always something more I could be doing with it, or something I could be better at. It keeps me going.
But I do have to say, like, even though you say you don't feel good at the game, you really have become like one of the more outstanding players in the community. Like, I'd say you are definitely on par with like the top ranking players. So even though you've got that opinion of, you know, I'm not very good, you are ranking very high, and a lot of people really do admire you. And
I appreciate it.
Especially me, because I mean, with your clear rates, I'm just disgusted. I don't know how you get such amazing.
I don't know, like some of them, they just feel like pure luck. Like if I were to go do Perdidas and try and hard clear it right now, there's no way in hell I'd be able to do it.
No, I mean,
like if I were to do Plan 8, there's no way I'd be able to clear it. It's just I feel like it's like when I want to do something, I just constantly work at that thing and kind of avoid everything else. Once I end up doing it, I drop it for like a really long time and move on to something else that I want to do.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, it pays off though, because you've cleared every song in the game now, so.
Except Sigma. I haven't done Sigma yet. I'm kind of holding off on that one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so on that topic of like clears and stuff, what would you prioritize, or what would you say you prioritize, clearing or scoring?
Definitely clearing. I value my clear lamps a lot more.
Yeah.
And I look at someone who has clear lamps with a lot more skill than someone who can't clear it with a higher score. Not to say, like, if someone were, like, somehow were the AAA May and they couldn't clear it, like, there's no way in hell I'd look at someone who gets, like, a B on it to clear as, like, better than them. I mean, there's, like, a limit, but I mean, like, someone who could clear, like Nageki or something, compared to someone who could get like a mid-AA that still fails it. I just see like clearing as someone who has what's the word I'm looking for? Someone who can comprehend a chart a lot better.
Yeah.
Than someone who could just time it. Because for all I know, the people who can time a chart better but can't clear it, they can time the easier spots of it.
Yeah, not the difficult parts of it.
Yeah.
It's an interesting mindset, honestly. I always thought that the people who time better are the ones who can comprehend it better, but obviously, like, with things like Nageki, that's a bit of a special case. I mean, even to this day, I struggle a lot with Nageki.
Oh, I mean, I still fail it every now and then, too. It's like, the last measure is usually what gets me, but...
So dumb, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, well, that's good. So obviously, you've got an idea about clearing, and I guess that puts you in, like, the clearing bracket.
Yeah, well, like full combos, for example. Like, I mean, May has been AAA since like Gold AC.
Yeah.
When the timing was like kind of lowered.
Yeah.
And then it was lowered again in Empress. The score shot even more. But I mean, it wasn't just full comboed until maybe about April or so. I think was when the first full combo surfaced. And then a video didn't even surface until like a couple months ago.
Yeah, until Rag did it.
So I mean, it's like something like that. It's obviously like a different caliber than someone who can time it well.
Of course, yeah. No doubt about it. Like,
yeah.
Seeing someone full combo May is absolutely incredible. I never thought I'd see it, honestly. Like, 6 or 7 years ago, I didn't think it was possible.
I didn't even think it was possible either.
Alright, so let's move on. On my list now, I've got playstyle and technique. Now, you're an interesting player because you don't really follow many of the orthodox playstyles.
I've seen some people that play like me. but a lot of people, they tend to use a play style that favors wrist scratching. They tend to use their left thumb, or yeah, they're like, I'm speaking in a one-player side, so they tend to use their left thumb, left middle, and left index for the first 3 keys. When I learned, it's because I was on a KOC. The turntable was a lot closer, so I just used my ring on key 1 instead of my thumb.
Yeah.
So I could just reach over and scratch, and when it came to like 1/3 chords or anything like that, I ended up just using my left index to handle it.
Right.
Arcade, you can't do that at all.
No, you can't.
Unless you have like giant hands.
Yeah, even then,
But,
even people with giant hands like Hood, like I know Hood used to play like you, and once he transitioned to an ASC, he said it was impossible. Like, you just can't do it.
You cannot do that. So it's still one of the things that I struggle with. Like 1/3 and scratch are still my biggest weakness by far. But I mean, I've definitely been improving at it. Eventually you just sort of start getting used to it more. You start being able to handle it more. But
yeah,
I've become a lot more versatile with my right hand as well. I can reach over and kind of one-hand the keys a bit if I need to.
So I was just watching your True Blue, and I've noticed, instead of using your index to cover it, now you're using your thumb.
Yeah.
And that's very common now, to see people doing that. But I'd compare your playstyle to someone like DJ Quasar. Like, you play very similar to him. So
I don't know what it looks like off the top of my head.
So basically, it's left-hand claw, and then when you've got scratches or whatever, you swap to Tucker S style.
I can do that in the arcade. I can't do it on a home controller. On a home controller, I just get bored.
Home
I still kind of play my
good.
old style on a home controller.
That's interesting that you swap back, because I find regardless of what controller I'm playing on, I always play the same way.
I try to at home because I know I'd do a lot better if I did.
Yeah.
But it just doesn't work. I don't well. Like, sometimes they'll stick, sometimes I just won't. I'll get pores or bads, or it feels a lot weirder with the turntable closer. So I've been sort of working on wrist scratch a bit at home.
Oh yeah, so you're trying to join the wrist scratch club.
It's a little awkward hitting 1 and 3, so I'm not very good at it, and I don't do it very often. I mean, I play it every now and then. I mean, it feels more comfortable, but I'm not very good at it yet. So
we'll keep at it. I'm sure that you'll get it down, and you're gonna just rape face once you get it down, guaranteed. All right, so let's talk about green numbers. What's your current green number for AC?
Spada, I lowered it to 287.
Yeah.
It was 289 to 291 on Tricoro.
Oh yeah.
CS, it's like, it varies since I don't play it that much anymore. But
yeah.
For the most part, I stay at 287. I mean, if I haven't played in a few days and it's like the screen will kind of look like blurry, I'll move it up a bit and I'll just kind of slowly adjust down.
Yeah. But on average, you'd say around like 287 or so?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you play relatively slow to most other players.
Unless it's a scratch song. Like, like slower songs, lower my green number by 10, I'll time significantly better.
Yeah, no, that's the same with me. I lower mine by 5 points if it's below 150 BPM. I'm the same way. Like,
I think my threshold's like 130 or so.
130.
That's where I start lowering.
Oh yeah. Well, that's fair enough. But it's good that we agree that, like, on slower songs, you do need to lower your green number a little bit.
Oh yeah, it definitely helps a bit.
Oh, it's so terrible trying to time 150 stuff without it. So yeah. All right, well, that's good to hear. So around 287. So at home, you said you're not playing CS at all.
Not really. I kind of play it casually, like just kind of fuck around with it every now and then. Oh, like, see if I can like full combo stuff. See if I could, I don't know, play stuff on S random. Play around in training mode.
So you don't really play at home. You play mostly AC nowadays.
Yeah.
I see. All right. So what about like Program Sun? Have you played much Program Sun?
My computer can't really handle it. I might build. Well, I mean, it can. It's just it runs like crap.
Yeah.
Like the timing's kind of weird, but that might also just be the monitor as well. So I'm not really sure.
To be perfectly honest with you, the timing is just crap in general. Like everybody.
I'm aware it is, but like I mean, I couldn't even AAA Shiny. So.
Okay, it's that bad. Yikes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So obviously not much P-Sun. You do play a little bit of like a CS occasionally, I guess, but hardly ever.
If it's around, I mean, I don't play at home at all anymore, but we have a setup where arcade machine is actually kind of looking at it right now.
Oh yeah.
So I play on it every now and then if I'm like waiting for a game or something.
Oh, that's good. So on the swing side of it, what about BMS? Do you play BMS?
I don't play often enough to improve that much, but I mean, I do play around with it a bit.
Oh yeah. Okay. So like,
I play a bit of the long note songs.
Do you play Insane BMS and Insane Long Note or anything like that?
Yeah, like Insane Long Note. I'm currently working towards 9 Dan. Last time I was playing.
Oh yeah.
Insane BMS. I've done 5 Dan on Takoro, but I haven't been able to do it on BMS itself.
That's really interesting because I've heard that it's harder on Takoro.
I'm not completely sure. The timing's harder, but the gauge might actually be easier. So I don't think anyone's actually like been able to like test how accurate that is. So
I'm sure we could ask Derek or something.
It could also just be my controller too. I get a lot of bads on my controller when I play BMS. So
yeah, that's interesting that you get a lot of bads. I find that bad glitches a lot less on Li2, but that's just, I guess that's just personal. Like, can't really compare it directly. Alright, so let's keep moving. What about doubles? Seeing as you play on an AC machine, have you considered playing doubles, or do you play doubles?
Not really. I've played a couple games. I got to like 6 Dan. I don't really play doubles though. The only reason I've ever considered it is just so I could do Beachside Bunny and Plan 8 better. So I could just one-hand those sections. Just to get good enough to one-hand those sections.
Oh yeah.
It's about as far as I care about doubles though. I mean, it is fun to play every now and then if I'm like really bored. I mean, I'll play around with it a bit, but other than that, I take it seriously.
So it's not something which you can take seriously?
Not really.
Yeah, no, I'm the same. I tried it and I was just like, yeah, this isn't for me. I can't get into it. Alright, so let's highlight some of like your defining achievements. So tell us some stuff which, if players don't know you, like if you had to do a Siggy and be like, I'm the guy who, what would you say is things that like are really outstanding for you as a player? It's bragging time. You can chuff yourself and be happy because I'm asking. Like,
well, let's see. Full combo and fascination max. I like that.
Oh yeah, that's pretty crazy.
The hyper, obviously.
Yeah.
What else? IIDX hard cleared the number 2, which was kind of nice.
Yeah, that is kind of disgusting. I don't think I've even hard cleared fascination yet. So.
What else?
I would say
my Hollywood Galaxy miscount. I really like that. It's like 9 misses.
9, God.
Yeah. Obviously clearing Plan 8 because for some reason Matt thinks it's harder than hard clearing. It's definitely.
Yeah, clearing Plan 8.
It's more. It feels more chance based, but it definitely feels like easier to get a clear, like on a lucky random. Plan 8. Does on hard, you have to be consistent throughout.
I also think like you're focusing mainly on like your 12 accomplishments. I think EX hard clearing the 11s folder is something which is absolutely ridiculous.
I'm not sure about that. I think it's because I compare myself to Jason though, because Jason did that back on Mako, I think, is when he EX hard cleared the 11. His last one was Alma Guest Hyper, which I don't get at all.
Yeah. Look, playing through some of the 11s, I can't believe that you guys EX hard cleared some of those, because when I touch them, I'm just like, nope, no way.
It's really, I think honestly, what helps is the fact that I could just play them constantly in a row, because it's the machine's in event mode, so I could just keep playing back to back. I mean, unless you have access to premium free, it's a lot harder to really get into that and do that. I don't think I'd really be doing it as much.
I have premium free here in Japan, and to be honest, I don't play it. I never touch premium free because it's a waste of money. Like if you can compare paying for premium free and like just playing regular credits, it costs like 3 times as much. to play premium free?
I think it more depends on what exactly you're trying to do. I mean, I really don't know how the cost of time works there. I mean, if there was an arcade that had a half-hour premium free and there was something I was going to work...
It's usually about, like, it's in brackets of, like, 5, 10, and 15 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
And they charge, like, $1.50, $2 something, and then $3 something. So,
oh, yeah.
So if you compare it, like 15 minutes for $3 is like 1 credit's worth of time.
The appeal I just see it is if you really want to get like a certain score or a certain clear on a song.
Yeah, yeah.
And you just want to hoard that song out non-stop instead of having to constantly feed money into it. Because you could just instantly exit out if you mess up.
That's true, yeah. No, it's good for, it's good for that, but at the same time, it sort of detracts from the players. Like, when I see guys here in Japan who just spam premium free, I'm sort of like, oh, well, you really
it's a gift and a curse, because it's like, once you get into that premium free mindset of always looking for the best random, it's just, you're pretty much done on like anything else you're gonna do.
Yeah, no, I feel that as well. Like, back when I started random fishing was when I started to get really burnt out of the game, so...
Yeah.
I've just got the mentality now of play it once or twice, then put it down, because if you haven't done your best by then, you're not going to do any better. Like, I find after the 3rd time that I try a song in a row, like, I just start to slide. Like, I can't consistently do well at it.
It depends on what I'm doing. Usually when I hoard a song out, I won't get it the day I do it, but then I come back the next day and usually get it in a couple tries, which is why I still like to do it.
Oh, yeah.
But if it's something like, if I was playing Kaiden, I can't play Kaiden like anymore.
Oh, God.
Before I get awful at it and I have no chance.
Don't even get me started on Kaiden, man.
Yeah. Like, I'm still not even consistent at it. I'm really bad at May's first half.
Yeah, no.
I had to learn the speed up to kind of compensate for that.
Yeah, I still haven't really focused on the speed up at all, so I can see, like, Kaiden is a real drainer, and that's why...
Yeah, I can go on about Kaiden for days and how stupid. Not so much that it's hard, but just it's not a very skill-oriented course.
It's a gimmicky course, and that's what I don't like about it. Like,
it's not even so much that it's a gimmick. It's just I don't feel it tests skill as much as the lower games do.
Yeah, yeah.
Because like, very rarely are you going to see a 10-dan lose to a 9-dan, or a 9-dan lose to an 8-dan.
No, no.
But there are Kaidens out there who can't even AAA 12s or even 11s.
Yeah, like, I'm beating most of the Kaidens in this region.
Yeah, you have part clears on Elemental and 9. I can't even touch those yet. Well, and like, some of your scores just like wipe mine out of the water.
Yeah, I honestly think like they need to change Kaiden quite a bit. It really needs an overhaul for it to actually test everything. And I've said this like
it seems at that level, it seems at the level of Kaiden is that the lower levels, you're still developing reading ability, and once you get to the time of approaching Kaiden, you're not so much developing it. You're developing your dexterity and your timing more.
Yeah.
So it doesn't test it like it should. It seems more like something you could do on the side, but it doesn't seem like the end all be all of 2DX.
Yeah, yeah. It sounds like optional stuff which you can do. It's not really like
like there's no benefit to doing it except like the shiny gold icon. I mean, that has its appeal on its own.
Yeah. God damn, I want that icon so bad. I'll never get it.
You gotta get it. Like, I really recommend people at least go for it and at least clear it once, but I wouldn't recommend like making it your ultimate goal in the game. It's not worth it.
Yeah. No, absolutely not. Alright, so last thing. If you had to pick one style and one song, alright, so one style, one song, which would be your favorites?
One style, one song.
Yeah, so what's your favorite style and what would your favorite song be?
That's really hard.
Yeah.
Happy Sky and Resort Anthem are really close.
Ooh, but if you had to pick between one of those two.
One style, one song. I'd probably say May.
You'd say May?
Yeah.
May is a good song. It is a really, really good song.
I don't know. It's one of the songs that's it's stuck around with me for a while. It's very intimidating to play. It's really admiring to see people who are good at it, and then the song's great as well.
Yeah, no, it is a wonderful song. I can't believe they made it as hard as they did back in Happy Sky. Like,
oh yeah.
When you compare that to everything else, it's just like, oh my god.
But I mean, even then, like, Scorpion Fire was kind of in its league of its own when that was out.
That's true, yeah. No, you got a point there. Alright, so that's basically covered everything I wanted to talk about today. I'm gonna go across to the chat now. Guys, if you've got any questions that you want to ask Don, then just post them in the chat and we'll just discuss them. Until then, I guess we'll just keep bantering. So, how is Sparta? I want to know, like, P-World Sparta. How does it compare to P-World Tricoro?
I like Tricoro better. I can't pinpoint it at all what it is with the timing, but the timing's definitely different. At least for LCDs. I don't really know how it is for CRTs, but I've heard some people say CRTs feel different as well. And maybe Derek just didn't know a difference just because it's like he's already in a
Derek.
anyway, yeah. But I mean, I play around with my offset all the time. It feels like a shift. It feels like the issue I heard with DDR in Japan, where the song charts are loaded by server. They're not just like loaded in the data or whatever it is. Something like that. But whatever it does is it can change the timing of a song when it loads it, if it loads it too fast or too slow. So I feel maybe it's like something like that on Spada causes it to like shift, because I could play songs in a row and there'll be times where I just get like all fasts on it or like a ton of fasts, and it's like before I was timing it just fine. So I mean, I've had runs on songs like Punisher especially. Like one of my first runs on Punisher, I barely double A'd it. Then right after I got like double A minus or triple A minus 46 or whatever it is.
Wow. Okay.
Right after again, I got like barely double A'd it. So it's like it feels like it shifts somehow.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel consistent. So I definitely prefer Tricoro.
Have you asked other high ranking players like Jason about it?
Jason, as much as I ask him, because he is better than me, I feel he can just adapt to the shittiest play settings and find them good. Like Super Arcade was just kind of not in the best of conditions when we went to the first tournament they had there for it, and he said he loved it better than Gemini. So yeah, Matt and me were kind of just like, it's not very good. We didn't like Spiggle that much either. It's just they have like their springs were like way too heavy. Their turntable wasn't like grippy enough.
That's really interesting.
And just Jason can just adapt to whatever. He'll play whatever too. Like he'll play S random. He'll play right side.
And he's fine. I don't get Jason. Like he's absolutely nuts. Now there is a question for you in the chat. Krellian wants to know what's the secret to charge notes, because I know you are a really outstanding charge note player. Like.
I've said O2 Jam helps.
Yeah.
I think it'll help reading it a bit, but the play style is different. If you actually play like real O2 Jam and not like BMS O2 Jam.
Yeah.
I was actually talking about this with another player last night.
Yeah.
I think the secret to charge notes is just confidence. Like that's all it is, because I guarantee most players what they do is they hit a charge note, but they're not sure if they hit the right one. And it's like second check and make sure you're hitting the right one. But by doing that, you lift up on the note and then re-hit it, which causes you to drop it. And I guarantee most of the time you're hitting the right note. So what I said was that you need to mentally tell yourself that you are always hitting the right note, regardless of if you are or not. So if you're holding the wrong note down, hold the wrong note down. Like don't try and hit the right note, because it's going to always keep you in that second mentality.
Yeah.
Like, key 4 is one you really want to work on. I think that's probably the hardest key to learn.
Yeah.
Just because, like, in the middle, you kind of feel like it's like, is it the left side? Is it the right side? But just play more songs with charge notes. Play them with random. Don't stick to non-random. Don't stick to
absolutely.
Regardless of if you feel you do better on them. Like, if you get good at random, it won't matter. Just like anything else, it won't matter.
Yeah.
So I feel just always just think you're hitting the right note, even if you aren't, and you'll eventually just adapt. You will be hitting the right note, and you won't have any issues with that. Well, until if they ever do any like charge note spam like they do O2 Jam.
Oh god, I hope that 2DX doesn't
that's
come
what
to
I'm
that.
waiting.
I hope it doesn't come to that, because like
it's really fun once you get into it, but it's really hard to get out.
It's so dumb when I watch it in O2 Jam. I'm just like,
honestly not even. So. It's just another, like, it's like overjoyed charge note.
Yeah, I don't think I could ever get into like charge note spam. It's just too much. It's way too much. Now, a point which I wanted to ask, which I noticed the other day, I found that if you read a little bit higher for charge notes, like if you anticipate the charge notes a bit earlier, you tend to be more accurate with them. Is that?
It depends. If you're like just trying to read it, looking at it higher definitely helps. But I mean, once you're confident enough at that, you can just read them like anything else in the game. Like, I don't like change my reading position for charge notes for the most part, unless it's a denser song. Like if it's like Almagest or Timepiece charge note, I'll definitely look around a bit more.
Yeah.
But I'll mostly look at the notes outside of the charge note. That's what I focus on more than the charge note itself. I don't focus on the charge note as much because I know that I'm hitting it, so I look at everything else and try and focus on that.
That's an interesting mentality, because I find that I try and focus on the charge note more still.
Yeah, I feel it helps the opposite way around.
Alright, well, I'll give that a go next time. Thanks for the advice, man. Alright, so are there any other questions in the chat? Just wanted to ask quickly, because I've been mostly watching your videos. It's really interesting watching you play while I'm talking to you. But any other questions, guys?
No, I don't like Prim. I saw it in the chat. Prim. I mean, I don't hate the songs. I understand that's the appeal in Japan right now. I mean,
it's massive.
They're not particularly my taste in songs.
No.
But
I think a lot of people agree.
It's more I don't like the charts. The charts are like everything I'm bad at. They're
I don't know who.
Scratch dents.
Yeah, I don't know who's making the print charts,
so.
but that person just needs to fucking stop. It's like, come on,
yeah,
go on, take a break.
It's too much.
Alright, well, that's it for today. Thank you very much for joining us, John. It was really good having a chat with you.
No problem.
And just a quick question. Who do you think would be good to interview next?
That's a hard one.
It is a hard one.
There are like 3 people, but I can only pick one. I don't know. I kind of want to hear Kevin, because I haven't really heard where he came from. I just always assumed he was just... He started on Resort Anthem and was instantly playing 12s and AAA and then getting top server records. Vegeta's someone I don't want to hear, but he's kind of AWOL right now.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't really know what Hood's doing, because I'd want to hear from him too. But I'd say Kevin's probably the easiest to get to, so I'd probably say Kevin.
Alright. I'll keep that in mind for next week. We'll see. I mean, I'm definitely looking at those 3 players. The players who I want to interview really badly. But, alright, well, I guess that's a wrap, guys. Thank you very much for all tuning in and watching. And yeah, next week, Sunday, same time, we're going to have another interview. So please stay tuned, guys. Thank you very much. And yeah, see you guys later.
Pack it up.
Pack it up.